Happy Monday. You guys ready for the booms? Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fight, and fight we will. We fight every day, right here, right now, 1300. Well, maybe a little late, but hey, that's, in the Latrix. That's what they call me. That's my nickname. And sometimes it's in the Mutrix. And sometimes, when you're in the Mutrix, sorry, I muted myself. Hey, with that being said, what's the date? It's June 22nd, 2020. And with that, let me introduce and bring in my partner in justice, Shady Groove. Shady.
Hello, sir. Good day, Anons. Hope you are all well. Had a great weekend. I've been watching closely. Hope you all have, to see what we're really facing here, guys.
Yeah. And, first of all you patriotic dads out there, I hope you had a wonderful Father's Day. I kind of had a really good one, Shady. It's funny. My daughter.
I heard about your great Father's Day, actually.
Yeah, my daughter comes home and tells me, "Hey, Dad, did you see that there's Out of Shadows?" And she started talking to me about it. She's like, "I think I've heard you talk about it, because kids are kids, right?" And so she's like, "Hey, check it out. Out of Shadows, it's trending. All of her friends are talking about it." And I go, "Well, the quote, all that other stuff." I go, "Hey, would you like to call up Mike Smith?" So we called Mike, and my daughter and Mike had a chance to talk. And
how awesome is that?
Yeah. So I did. Mike's probably not going to like that picture, but that's not the point. The point is, my daughter came home and told me all about Out of Shadows. It's a big thing on TikTok, and Pizzagate has over 7 million interactions. So I had her call Mike, and the truth is learned, never told. She found it on her own, even though she's heard me talk. She's 17, Shady. You know what I mean? So this is the best Father's Day I've ever had. And there's my little daughter, Abby. She's been doxxed by the deep state when she was 15 years old. Because they wanted to show you who my kid was, apparently, and say that I'm bad. Matrix bad, guys. Matrix bad.
Well, I tell you what, I can't imagine a bigger compliment than hearing your daughter talk to you about the truth that's going on out there, man. I mean, it's like not having to force it, just having to be there to speak whenever someone asks the question, and that is what this is all about.
And there she is right there. There's Abby and Mike. Like I said, Mike's probably not going to like that picture, but Mike is an amazing guy. Said, your dad and Shady, brilliant. Listen to him. Very smart. It was so amazing, Shady. The compliments that he had for us and me and to my daughter. You know what I mean? It just kind of really meant a lot, guys. Mike,
well, it gives us all hope for the next generation.
It sure does. It sure does. Thank you, Mike, for that. And it meant a lot. I also wanted to, really quick, this is, I want to kind of get this back out there again for Father's Day. There's a lot of special fathers out there. The fathers in Parkland, Florida, they have suffered immensely. And some have lost children, and some are helping those that are affected with the loss. Parkland needs justice, and their own children say that there is more than one shooter. This is my friend Ben Mednick's daughter, Alexa.
Everyone needs to evacuate right now, so that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking, the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz.
Oh.
And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school. So I kind of joked to him about it and said, "I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it." And he just gave me a huh?
Huh?
So That's really
Really?
what happened.
You were walking down the hall. He had already fired at that time.
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter
Oh,
involved.
there's definitely another shooter.
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
Interesting. So maybe a teacher can corroborate that too. Maybe a teacher saw somebody that might have been looking different. Let's go see.
Valentine's Day. Creative writing teacher Stacy Lapel's class was playing music, writing love letters when the fire alarm went off. As students filed into the hallway, she heard gunfire. The killing had begun.
I was about 2 feet away from my door. All of a sudden I heard gunshots in the stairwell, which is about 20 feet away from my room. And then kids were screaming and then running back towards me and towards the end of the hallway. So I just went in this very strange autopilot mode where I pivoted on my feet. I unlocked my door, and then kids just started pouring in my room. I don't know how many kids were in there, but I was pulling them and getting them in and shouting at them to get in the room. And then I suddenly saw the shooter about 20 feet from me, standing at the end of the
do you
hallway,
look like?
actively shooting
Do you
down
look
the
like
hallway.
Nicholas Cruz?
Just a barrage of bullets. And I'm staring at him thinking, why is the police here?
Oh, he didn't look
This is
like
strange,
Nicholas
because he's
Cruz.
in full metal garb, helmet, face mask, bulletproof armor, shooting this rifle that I've never seen before.
Wow. So it wasn't Nicholas Cruz. By the way, she has since changed her story, maybe after she signed the NDA and got a lot of money. But, you know, the Parkland parents are upset about this. Ted Deutsch is doing nothing about it. This is my whole thread. This is the girl that corroborates the teacher story.
From the first floor up, because there's only 2 exits in the freshman building, so everybody started running to the other exits. So that's when the shooter and the other shooter started.
She's
coming
gonna
up.
run into that
So
teacher's
everybody,
room.
And then I thank God to this teacher who opened up her door and let all of us in. She got shot in the
got
arm
shot in
trying
the
to
arm.
open the
That
door.
corroborates it.
And then the other teacher, he got shot in the head trying to protect the other students. And it was like an hour, like it felt like years waiting for them. And after all that, we finally got out, and like they started yelling at us to keep focused and pay attention ahead, the army people, because they didn't want us to see the bodies that they hid in the corner. They were putting mats over them so we wouldn't see them, but there was dust all over the floor from the weird machinery screw in there. They're trying to.
So you think there was more than? Do you think there was more than one
There's
shooter?
3 shooters.
3 shooters. All right, so guys, you know, we need to help the Parkland people. We need to get on Ted Deutsch. Ted Deutsch, this is on his hands. This is the sheriff saying that there was one person outside the building, Shady, on the street. And then we got all of this, guys. It's all right here. I can't believe this thread is still up on Twitter. But guys, you know, we cannot forget about the Parkland fathers that are, you know, suffering with this every day, and mothers. I mean, the Parkland families in general, Shady.
Right. And also, you know, for some of them to be realizing what was really going on is kind of shocking. And they have questions, my friend. They have lots of questions.
Yeah, they do. They do. You know, so it's just, wow, Shady. I just can't believe, you know, that questions aren't answered, Shady. That's how conspiracy theories start, correct?
Right. And, you know, it's also a matter of people being able to be amplified by the media, and the media won't amplify any voices that are speaking out against the narrative.
That's right.
You know, the Q movement has amplified it, but the regular media will not touch any of this stuff. They're ignoring it.
That's right. I'm trying to find my actual thread here, guys. Hang on one second. For Father's Day. You know what? Let's play this real quick, Shady. This was sent to me by Walk with Q. You guys might know him.
Amazing.
And this is the link for Twitter, but I'm going to play the whole thing right here for you guys right now. It's why we do it, folks. And it's Bill Cooper, and it needs to be seen and heard. Here we go. Listen to the words of
What
this,
has
guys.
to happen to you? And how long is it going to take all of you to understand that if we all stood up together and said, no, get back in your cage, you can't fool us any longer, we know what the law is, we know who you are, we know what you're trying to do, we know that you are in subversion, executing treason, and it's over. And ladies and gentlemen, what would it take to make you understand that if we all did that in concert, it would really be over? And no one would be injured, not even with a tiny scratch. because they're cowards. They wouldn't even think of attempting to overcome a whole people who stood together. But you see, I know that won't happen. I know human nature, and I have studied history well. Most people are cowards, have always been cowards, will always be cowards, and they will hide and whimper and wail and gnash their teeth and cry, waiting for those of us who are not cowards to do something on their behalf. And we will, as we have always done throughout the history of the world, we will, but let me ask you this. In light of that, why will we? Why have we? And what are you going to do to us when it's all over? Because that always happens too. You see, the vast herd of cowards become shamed, and we become the symbol of their disgrace, and then they must get rid of us. I'll tell you why we do it. Because we have a spiritual motivation that most of you cannot and will not ever understand. We do it out of love. We do it for our children and your children and all of the future generations of the world, which we refer to as our posterity. And we really don't give a damn what happens to us. I know that someday I will stand before God, and God will judge me. And all that I hope for in this entire world is that when it happens, He will not have to say anything, bad or good, just smile. And if that happens, I will be enthralled throughout eternity. I will have such joy within my soul that you cannot even imagine. Just a little smile, that's all I want. I would like to be able to look down and see that my children are living free, without fear, with opportunity to create and make of their lives what they will. Ladies and gentlemen, all I want, or all I have ever wanted you to be, is honest, committed, caring, loving, and understanding that there are those in this world who cannot love themselves, much less love you, and therefore will try to hurt you and me and our children and our world, and those people we must oppose and fight. You cannot have peace, love, and understanding with those kinds of people, because to do it would mean your destruction.
Your destruction. That's why they censor us. That's why they don't want you to be heard.
That's why they come after the weak.
They come after the weak, Shady. They are cowards.
They are cowards, and they prey on us, like Q said very early on in the post. They prey on us because why? Because we're good-hearted people. Because we give people the benefit of the doubt. That is a weakness in the face of evil, guys.
That's right. That's
right. They see that as weakness, even though it is the way we should act towards our fellow man. We may not be, we may be giving them, too much respect, and then they take advantage of that because we are in a vulnerable position.
And a lot of you here are awake and understand that there's two ways to control people. Fear. Fear is the way that they've been controlling us for a long time. Boo. Don't be fearful. You must be afraid. We harness that energy. Or love. There's two ways to, for lack of a better word or term, control people. Fear and love. And I chose love. I choose love, Shady.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot more people than Biden right here, guys. What do you think of this? Was there more people than at the Biden rally?
Yeah, Biden had 3.
And we had thousands, even though they tried to screw it up, Shady.
Well, yeah, but what they don't mention is the idea that there was no rally for Clinton or Obama that got that many people at this juncture. Just the amount of people that he had, much less, they're trying to compare it to the old Trump rallies that were unimpeded.
That's right.
Now they're impeding the rallies specifically on multiple different levels with all types of cooperation from city councils and mayors and police chiefs, and lots of cooperation going on in the background here.
That's right. That's right. So we've got 2 days of Q posts because if you guys did not see, we did broadcast the rally live here on this channel. We went over air Qs, Q-isms. We even said you have to show them in order to change the will during that broadcast live, folks. And that was also a Q post by Space Shot, which was awesome. So, this stuff is getting out. We watch the Trump rallies together and we actually go over Q as well. And with like-minded patriots, we had, about 2,000 people watching. I think it got about 14,000 views, Shady. And I think you saw it somewhere too, actually posted at the top. What was it?
That was called a site called Trendalizer out there. I saw that it had our stream at the top of the aggregator for, during the day yesterday. I caught that. So interesting how we can only have 14,000 views, but be trending and all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah, they're censoring our views, guys. They're censoring our views.
It's funny too. We go back to a video from a year ago, and there's 35% less views than there were when the video was on a year ago.
Yep. Ro Patriots said they watched it with us. There's Ro, and then Andy Social said it was great. Mike Hess said it was awesome, guys. So I know we need to keep pounding the mainstream media, guys, and with YouTube in the Matrix with 3 X's all typed out, then you have to hit enter to find this channel, guys. That's how censored we are.
You have to go looking for it like you're hunting rabbit.
Yep. Be very, very quiet, Shady. Here, let's go try to find us.
Quiet.
Let me see. Let me go try to find in the still no auto copy in the Littlewood. Nope. Nope. T R. Oh, there's X with 1 X, but that's not us. Oh, there's nothing. There it is. In the Matrix. This is our channel, but you have to hit enter. And there you find us. 62.4 thousand beautiful subscribers. We are live right now, apparently. But they are messing with the stream. So please, I dare you guys to share it. I dare you guys to give us a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends, guys. I would really appreciate that. So let's go over this, Shady. Let's go over the Q posts that we didn't see yet because they're pretty amazing, guys. And this will be my thread. This is for Father's Day, June 21st. It will not happen again and more. Let's go. And obviously, if you want to continue supporting us, there's a link right here to PayPal. We've got the Patreon. In fact, Shady, that was pretty fun. I know you couldn't hear, but I wanted to show everybody how awesome Patreon with the Discord link. So we went over to the Q Army Plus Discord server and we talked to everybody over there. Well, that was pretty fun.
That was awesome. I couldn't talk with them, but I could hear all of you talking to us. And if I jump in the Discord at the same time, it gets all echoey and backfeed. So, but I could hear all of you wonderful patriots to support us there, and just to let everyone else out there know, this is by far the most amazing group of people that I have seen gathered who really do bring pain out into the world. They're not sitting around. They are distributing memes, moving around information, making tweets, trolling the deep state. It's really a great environment.
It really is. And I want to address Kim Cook. I'm on Parler, but I need you guys to understand, until the president goes to another social media, that's where the war is. We need to stay on Twitter. Yeah, I know Bongino just got paid to get everybody and bring people over to Parler. I like Dan Bongino, don't get me wrong, but the war is on Twitter. Who would want you off Twitter, Shady?
The deep state.
They would.
Yes, they would. They would definitely like for you to be off Twitter. There was at one point a big push to get everybody
I'm
over
on both
to Gab.
Too. Yeah. The Gab, that's right. And Kim Cook says, I'm on both. Kim, I am too. And that wasn't like an attack on you in any way, but just my observations. They do want us off Twitter.
I think it's a good idea for us to have accounts on other platforms for sure.
Yes.
But we have to realize that to be effective, we need to be over here on Twitter supporting the president where his main message is coming out and spreading it around, even though it's suppressed and even though you're censored and all of this stuff. I mean, I'm noticing even my interactions is down like 35% or something this last month for the last update they did on Twitter. We still have to fight, guys. We still have to fight here.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, I'm on both too, because just in case, right, we have a place to go, hey, where you at? You know, all that kind of stuff. We get it. But, you know, guys, our war is definitely on Twitter with our president. So, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. But I'm not saying that there's anything bad about that. Let's go look at the analytics, Shady. This is the analytics for my account. I am down 6.6%. My tweets are down 21.5%, but I'm actually, my mentions are up. So if you guys say, hey, Matrix, I tagged you in a tweet, I get 61,000. That's QAnon, right? That's 61 is Q. But look at this. This is my top tweet. Harlan Q sent me that one right there. Well, Grasshopper 17. Very interesting. These are people that follow me. It's pretty neat. But this is how, you know, 230,000 profile visits, because people have to come hunt me down, guys. You won't see me.
Type it in.
Right? You have to type me in. So that's interesting, Shady. My tweet impressions are up 34%, Shades.
Oh, that's interesting. Mine are down 35%.
Yeah. Wow. So we're winning a little bit, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Just a little. All right. So let's get back to where we were here. And, oh, by the way, POTUS changed this. Did you see this? This is his background.
I saw that. Is that not beautiful?
That's banner. That is beautiful right there. That's our president of the United States of America that they don't want you to see. China wants you to not see this guy. China does not want you to see rallies. China doesn't want any of that stuff, guys. So let's go back to this one right here. So this is our Q post right here. And Q says, let's actually go to QAG to read these, Shady. Let me go back over there.
Yeah, we got a big one coming.
Yeah, we got a couple of big ones here. So it will not happen again. Let me just get this correct so we can get it really big, nice on the screen for all of you beautiful patriots. Here we go. Coming your way right now. Boom. All right. So this is Q post 4488. Rachel Merton was attending the President Trump rally in Tulsa at the BOK Center and said thousands of more supporters with tickets are not being allowed past barricades. Apparently, there is no more screeners, quote unquote, to let us through the checkpoints. If you hear there's poor turnout, it's simply not true. So,
yeah, and from what people are telling me, they had it cornered off where there was only 3 different streets that you could actually enter the Coliseum, and they were blocking the entrances with protesters.
That's right. Also, the screeners were union, and they decided not to show up. A lot of them. I believe that the mayor might have had something to do with hiding the entrances. Shady, isn't that what you were saying?
Yeah, I definitely think the mayor was involved in this, along with probably the chief of police there, because people were having an extremely difficult time finding. And then the people that were finding the entrances were being turned away. They were supposed to be doing an outside event as well, but they ended up canceling that because no one was being allowed into the venue.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, we're going to go into that a little bit, too, because I think it's important that we understand what happened, Shady. And we're going to go through this Q post, and I'll bring up some videos, too, for that. Because we have the facts, guys. The mainstream media just has the lies.
They have the talking points.
What is it? Truth and lies, Shady? Truth?
They've been subsisting off of the talking points for like the better part of 100 years, and now they're very confused. They're confused.
Yep. So this is Mary Can Oki. In fact, we went and found her tweet. She's like, "Why is everybody understand? Why am I?" She did that. So congratulations, Mary Can Oki. She said, "My son and husband had tickets to attend the Trump rally, not allowed to enter because of protesters at the gates being locked for safety reasons." Said there were thousands of Trump supporters outside, unable to get in the gates. Police and protesters behind them came home with a flag. So there, you got a flag. Keep America great. God bless them. They couldn't get in. We need to start showing up when Biden holds his gathering. Can't call them rallies. Not enough to attend. So Q says it will not happen again. Remember, they also phone in to report threats, deliberate, heightened security due to recent events. What was the combined social media unique view count, non-TV? 5 million plus, folks. Keep your eye on the ball. Q. 5 million, Shady.
5 million plus, and they weren't counting OAN in that count, and a few other different Golden State Times, I think, was another one that they weren't counting in this 5 million count. So we're looking at probably somewhere around 20 million people were watching the rally on TV. They had 10 million on regular viewership from the Mockingbird media.
That's right. That's right. So, I mean, they can't stop us. This is the video here that I wanted to show you guys. Pseudonym dug it up. BLM protest grows in Tulsa, Oklahoma, blocking Trump supporters from entering. And it's pretty interesting. So, you know, you want to know why the turnout wasn't this big as reported? You don't want to know why? This is why. Completely blocked from entering. Let's check it out. Oh, let me just go to this one right here.
Go that way. What's going on over here?
Listen to these girls at the end, guys. They don't realize that it's the Democrat Party that is the KKK.
No, that's what's so ironic about all of this.
Right.
Look at how, you know, they've weaponized so many minds through the, I don't know what the word is, but they've instituted this by not teaching people what history really is and what really happened.
Right, exactly right. Let me go to these videos because I had a couple that I wanted to show you real quick. BLM protesters, yeah, they were going after a MAGA person. Here we go. This was good.
Are you going to open fire on us? No.
This was after the rally.
Shit. There you go. Tear gas. No, it's paintball.
So kind of interesting. There's just one car. Looks like a biker for Trump right there too. Very interesting. And you know they blocked entrances. And this is I believe Owen Schroyer report, but this is kind of interesting what happened here. This is the rally. Look at how many people. Look at.
Infowars.com.
There's Infowars.com. Oh my God, rolling in. So these are some of the people. This lady got arrested, Shady.
For Action 7 News. So we are currently inside of Trump's rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and as you guys can see behind me, there is a lot of people here, huge crowd, a lot of energy. They've been playing live music for people out here today. Apparently, no one has been let into the Box Center just yet. They're going to be let in at 3 p.m. And they originally opened those front fences at 8 a.m. Prior to that, there was hundreds of people just flooding those streets, those blocks that we showed you footage of yesterday. People have been camping out for this rally since last Friday even.
Camping out.
For a chance to see President Donald Trump. So a lot of excitement here today, and we're going to keep giving you on-the-ground coverage of all of this as the night progresses and as it goes on. It's about 1:30.
Here comes Black Lives Matter. This was awesome too. Watch this guy.
My grandparents, they went to World War II, and my dad, he went to Vietnam. So yeah, America first, all the way, bro. Fuck BLM, bro. Fuck BLM. You know, babies lives matter.
Oh, I like that shirt.
God, guns, and Trump.
Babies' lives matter. Everybody. Have babies been oppressed for 4 centuries? Have babies been oppressed for 4 centuries? Till this day, I have not met nobody that owns a slave, has slaves. I've never met one slave. You don't Stop living in the damn past. Okay, so 2 days ago, I lost my money. How about you reimburse me for that? I'm a minority. Let me have your money. I'm a minority. Give me my reparations.
For what?
Because I've been oppressed. I'm
Yes, you've been oppressed. You've definitely been oppressed.
Give me my rights. You're white.
Hey.
You're white. Give me my reparations.
Hey.
Give me my reparations.
Hey, you have your reparations. You have my promise of reparations. What do you want? Wait a minute.
Give me
all your money.
I'll get my.
Exactly.
How am I going to give you? How am I going to give you
reparations? Give me my money. My reparations.
Now look at the volunteers. Look at the companies here. Guys, did you see the companies on the back of the shirt, Shady?
Yeah.
Right there. Walmart, Pepsi, Tyson, Procter & Gamble, Frito-Lay. So just very interesting, guys. If you want to see more of that, go ahead and check out more of that. But we'll get back into the Q post. But we know what happened, guys. The president knows. The BLM protests stopped our president and the rally. He only got, what, 11, 12,000 in the stadium?
Yeah, I don't even think it was that many. I think it was like closer to 7, wasn't it?
6,000 or 7,000, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there. About half capacity, I think.
But they couldn't get in there, guys. Oh, and then they were saying, Ocasio-Cortez says you guys got punked by the TikTok teens or something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to 4489, Shady. This is, haven't you figured it out yet? It's not about Trump's corruption. It's about making sure you don't find out about their corruption. 6900 says a kid's dad. Thank you. Shady, go ahead and why don't you take this down? Take this one.
All right, we'll go back and watch a few minutes of Barr, but this is a link to Bill Barr's interview on Bartiromo, and it says focus at 2145. Can you see and understand their attempts to slow or stop accountability? Who benefits the most? COVID to C lockdowns. Lockdowns plus C POTUS economic gains wiped. Lockdowns plus C POTUS unemployment gains wiped. Lockdown plus C POTUS rally hold prevent gathering dim energy. Lockdowns plus C close churches. Other person to person keep in isolation dim energy fear no hope. Lockdowns plus C, including death toll. Democrat mayors, governors push COVID positive seniors to hot zones. Senior home care facilities retain fear and lockdown, isolate and control. Combine pneumonia and influenza death count with COVID, including death toll. Lockdowns plus C. Biden hideaway, prevent self-embarrassment. Lockdowns plus C. Democrat state mail-in ballot doorstep flood. Lockdowns plus C. Build public unrest. Future BLM 4-year push. Lockdowns plus C. Release unrest. BLM 4-year push within closed Democrat-controlled cities and dedicated safe zones. Mayor, governor coordinated to guarantee release of any of those arrested. BLM 4-year push. Biden negative news to eliminate regarding Ukraine and China, family bribes and corruption. BLM 4-year push. Biden negative news eliminate regarding sexual assault claim regarding Tara Reade. Preserve the Me Too movement for the future Republican attack. BLM 4-year push. Insert Antifa, Democrat or domestic and foreign pocket controlled Democrat safe zone. Could be Democrat or domestic there. Country on fire real. MSDNC, peaceful protest fake. Bait, POTUS use of GI military, civilian, untrained, capture, money shot. Shooting of a peaceful protester, breach of White House perimeter, takeover of the central location, attempt White House breach, safety, security, POTUS, current and former military public statements, POTUS unconstitutional framework, military takeover if exercise, loyalists prevent. BLM 4-year push, C wave 2, opportunity card, Democrat mayors, governors imposing new restrictions if needed to retain narrative of mail-in voting. needed safety, security, limit, economic, unemployment, recovery, slow, added, bar, today, lockdowns plus C, halt use of grand juries due to close proximity, COVID mandated restrictions throughout all cities, lockdowns plus C, halt travel of called witnesses regarding pending investigation, Durham, known, legal, out deployed by witness, I do not feel comfortable and or safe traveling due to COVID-19 health concerns. Driver, baseline, MSDNC, coordinated narrative, conference, apply logic and common sense. What are they trying to prevent and who benefits the most? All assets deployed. Q.
All ass hats deployed, guys.
All ass hats are on the wall.
That's right. And let's go over and look at 2140. Oh, geez. Hey, is this a good one or is this a Biden one? What's going on? Look, Shady.
Did they take it down?
It looks like it. That's okay. Anons have everything. Let's go over to my thread, Shady. Here we go.
We're waiting on John Durham's investigation, a criminal investigation. What bearing does the election have on that? I haven't heard any Democrats raise any upset over the fact that wiretapping of an American citizen was illegal. An FBI agent changed evidence, changed a document, a whole host of issues. So am I to believe that if we don't get the results of the John Durham investigation before the election and Donald Trump loses, we won't hear another word about this?
Well, first, I agree with you. It's been stunning that all we've gotten from the mainstream media is sort of bovine silence in the face of the complete collapse of the so-called Russiagate scandal, which they did all they could to sensationalize and drive. And it's like not even a whoops, they just on to the next false scandal. So that has been surprising to me, that people aren't concerned about civil liberties and in the integrity of our governmental process. In terms of the future of Durham's investigation, he's pressing ahead as hard as he can, and I expect that, we will have some developments, hopefully before the end of the summer. But as I've said, his investigation will continue. It's not going to stop because of the election. What happens after the election may depend on who wins the election.
Has he been delayed because of the COVID-19 pandemic?
There has been delay because of the pandemic. Yes, there has.
An inability to interview people?
Yes.
I think you want to say dem panic.
But a distinct slowing down of that process.
Because you can't gather a grand jury?
Well, I don't want to suggest there has been or is a grand jury, but it is a fact that there have not been grand juries in virtually all districts for a long period of time, and also people have been reluctant to travel for interviews and things like that. So it has slowed things down, but he's been working where he can on other matters that aren't affected by the pandemic, but there has been an effect.
A source said to me...
Interesting, huh? Let me go back to that. It looked like this video was... Look at this. I don't even know if it's a commercial.
Yeah, it's removed because it was up last night.
Yeah.
From the link, and Q's link, it was like an hour and a half or something. I went to look at it, and it still only had like 10,000 views after an hour and a half, which is, completely hysterical.
That's amazing, guys. That's amazing. Q, they took it down, but we have it all because we are Anons. We got it all, guys. All right, so that's Maria Baratalomo. She's amazing. And then this is the next one, Space Shot. Let's go watch Space Shot.
I flew in with some of our great congressmen who were going to introduce in a second, and I said to him, Congressman, what do you think? I can straighten it out fast. Should we just go in? No, sir. Let it simmer for a little while. Let people see what radical left Democrats will do to our country.
And if you're watching live, the rally, we said the exact same thing, guys, at this time. Shady, remember?
Yep.
Pretty cool. Great pickup their space shot and great video to show the people in order to change their will. We've got to show them, okay? And
nobody's going to change anything if they don't understand the problem.
That's right. That's right. And I think even regular Democrat supporters are like, what in the is going on with my party? You've got
a lot of them are doing that, my friend. They are completely confused and do not. Number one, they don't understand Biden. like
I don't even understand them.
The people that are out there, the intellectual Democrats, the normal Democrats, are like, what is going on with this guy? How is this our best and brightest, man?
I know, right? I mean, geez, this guy is something else.
I mean, you literally could throw a dart in a crowd and find a better candidate in America for president than Joe Biden.
Yeah. So, it's so funny, man. This guy, you remember he walked up? What was it? Let me see. I can't remember what it was. It was he was not very energetic. He came up and said, we need to have a real president to do everything. Thank you, and walked off.
we need to do the job of the president.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. I tell you. So
Sleepy quid pro quo Joe.
MSDNC, peaceful summer of love protests. Now we've got a lot of peaceful stuff. They're shooting each other over there. They're raping each other over there. That's peaceful. Summer of love, right? Riots and rapes. Yay.
Yeah. Also, someone was pointing out earlier. I saw on Twitter. It might have been IET. I can't remember who it was that I saw, but they're saying that right beside the CHOP or Chaz is the water supply there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Oh my God, guys. He's so energetic, that guy.
It's like, what are they really trying to accomplish here? You have complete cooperation with the state, with a pretty much, this is coming from foreign money, guys. This is coming from Soros money, so it's foreign money.
Oh wait, that was actually really quick. That was that's a conspiracy. It's debunked, Shady.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just so you know.
I'm sure Snopes is debunking that right as we speak.
With their 10 cats in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing against cats or anything.
But when you got 10 in the basement, no.
Yeah, they're just odd people, guys. Let me tell you, do a dig on them. Also, we did a quick dig on Drudge Report, Shady. Remember they said it was sold to a foreign entity.
Yeah, we got some nice info for you over here.
Granite Cube and the people, they're Chinese loyalists, guys. It's very interesting to see what happened with Drudge Report. And he changed his... the people that sponsor him as well, or they changed it, just kept his name. It was sold to a foreign entity. You go over there and look at Drudge Report, and it's absolutely vomiting.
Actually, it was directly tied. What was it? It was the wife. The wife of the owner is her husband has military contracts in China. What was it? I'm trying to remember. It was a direct connection to the CCP and Drudge Report.
Exactly right. So
through the wife.
Yeah, through the wife. Exactly right. Otto was her name, I think. I can't remember the exact.
Otto, yes, that was it.
Yep. So let's go ahead and look at. I want to look at something real quick too. So read that post, the rest of that post for us.
MSDNC, peaceful summer of love, reality seen on social media, murder, violence, destruction, anarchy, lawlessness. People are awake to the truth. Seeing is believing. The age of social media killed their ability to fully control. You can't censor the world. You are the majority. Q.
There you go. So you are the majority, folks.
And this is exactly what's going on. What you're seeing patriots posting the truth on the internet and social media and being passed around by other patriots that is going directly against the bogus narrative that used to dominate the environment of social media. And so literally the tool that they implemented to enslave everyone's mind and weaponize their mind has been used as the reverse mechanism to wake people up and share the real information. So yes, we're at war. It is a info war, but you are winning simply because the truth cannot be silenced by propaganda. It just is mathematically impossible.
That's right. It's amazing, guys.
But they are going to try. They're not going to let up. Don't think they're going to quit.
In the mail-in voting, our president tweeted, rigged 2020 election, millions of mail-in ballots will be printed by foreign countries and others. It will be the scandal of our times, Shady.
I'm seeing people saying that they're getting mail-in ballots for family and relative members that have been dead for years.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
That's right.
They're just popping up out of nowhere. And Q made a post this morning about that too. But yeah, people are noticing that this mail-in ballot, our solution, if we need mail-in ballot, is more polling places,
right?
Not mail-in balloting. We need to go back to paper ballots. Let's be realistic. I mean, I'll take a hanging Chad any day over a Soros voting machine.
So we got Sleepy Joe Biden. Let's watch this. Look at this, guys. Oh, that's West Palm Beach.
That's Florida. That's Florida speak.
I'm ready on day one after more than 3 years in office. Why isn't Donald Trump ready? Mr. President, wake up. Get to work. There's so much more to be done.
Let's beat you a bit.
So much more to be done, guys. Oh man, that made me go to sleep.
Oh, I'm rested. Oh, I'm rested now, brother.
Whew,
I mean, that's meditative. That's that's energizing.
That's right. So here he is. I mean, here's another one. Let's check it out.
We are a country that stands united in condemning hate and evil in all of its very ugly forms. Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. There must be no tolerance for anti-Semitism in America or for any form of religious or racial hatred or prejudice. Love for America requires love for all of its people. When we open our hearts to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice, no place for bigotry, and no tolerance for hate.
And then, I think I missed what
I don't
Biden
think
said.
Trump's even acknowledged white supremacy. Has the president acknowledged white supremacy?
There you go. So has he? I think he has.
Looks like he's acknowledged it a few times.
Yeah. So that's Trump Team 2020. Trump War Room. Excuse me.
But they're spinning this in such an inauthentic way to focus on white supremacists as the only racist. Now, I'm going to say white supremacists are extremely racist, and it is a wrong position to have, but there's no difference between a white person who doesn't like a race and another person from another race, whether it be African American or Asian, to hate white people.
Right.
There's no difference. It doesn't matter. It comes from your heart. Hate, and I made a tweet about this over the weekend, but hate comes from a individual. It doesn't really come from the group. It is inside the human being, and that is usually engineered from misinformation, whether it be the white supremacists or anyone else that's out there. They are programmed by a doctrine or a narrative to think the way that they think, much like what you would consider someone in a cult is controlled. You're being controlled. You're being puppeted by people that have fed you bad information. And that is the beauty of Q, and that is the beauty of your president, because they're not sending out fake information. They're telling you the truth, and they're trying to hit it down the center as best as possible and put them on notice, man. I mean, we're, all these young minds that have been weaponized against the white people in America through this whatever 1619 project. This is bogus. America was not created. We did not fight a revolution to maintain slavery. That is a lie that your school systems, including your colleges, have been teaching your kids. They've been weaponizing their minds against America for a couple of decades. And now you're starting to see a little bit of the fruitfulness of their labor here in the streets. And the Q movement is about waking up the silent majority to stand in opposition to that narrative.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. And you know, this is what I want. This post actually was amazing, Shady. This is Q4491. Have faith in humanity. Have faith in yourself. Do not let the media control you. Incite division and hatred for one another by the use of propaganda and fear-mongering. Dogma, a point of view or tenet put forth as authoritative without adequate grounds. Q.
Interesting.
Oh, get a picture. Mark. Who the love is, Mark?
Take it easy, yo.
I'm not crying, you are. You're crying, Shady, not me.
Watch your foot stuck, Pop. Oh, yeah, I know. Thank you so much, fella. Yeah, that's fine, bro. I'm 100 years old. Yeah, 100 years old? Yeah, nice. Okay. Mark. Who the boss is, Mark? Mark Stone. Mark Stone now. Watch your foot stuck, Pop.
CNN headline, 200-year-old couple attacks Black Lives Matter. How amazing was that, guys? Right there. That's what it's about. That's my America. Did I lose you, Shady? Might have lost Shady. All right, so here we go. This is Q post. The next one, we're going to get into it. It says, Cuomo killed my mom. 4492 is the post. Let me just see. Shady, test. 4492. Cuomo killed my mom right there on the, it looks like the LIE or one of those. So this is Steve Scalise status. How is it possible select Democrat governors thought it was safe to push COVID-19 positive elderly patients back into nursing homes or hot zones? This is Steve Scalise. Let's watch this.
As I started looking at the data, we found something pretty alarming, and that is that over 40% of all the COVID deaths in America happened among seniors in nursing homes. Mike, seniors in nursing homes represent about 0.6% of the American population. Less than 1% of the population accounts for over 40% of the deaths. 45 states, by and large, did this the right way, but 5 states, Mike, just 5 states, their governors went against the federal guidelines that were coming out of CMS and decided to force those seniors back that were in hospitals. If you're a senior, you were in a nursing home, you started feeling bad, they sent you to a hospital. Well, if you were COVID positive, these 5 governors forced those seniors back to the nursing home and prohibited the nursing home from even testing to see if they were COVID positive, to know if they were. And these are alarming numbers, by the way, Mike. We've identified over 20,000 seniors who should not have died.
Who should not have died. Who should not have died, folks.
Very easily preventable.
So here's Yale right here. This is a blue screen that they don't want you to see. Here we go. All right, so this is why flu is deadly among the elderly. And let's see what Q highlights. Each year, 90% of deaths worldwide relate to influenza A virus, IAV. Strike men and women aged 65 and older. If the flu, influenza, is more deadly among elderly, known, how is it possible select Democrat governors thought it was safe to push COVID-19 positive elderly patients back into nursing homes or hot zones? Why would this be directed if hospitals, plus U.S. Navy medical ships, NYC and California, erected care facilities, that's also Chicago, had more than 70% capacity? Guys, how can that happen? Criminal fine law. This is third-degree murder overview, Shady. Someone can be accused of third-degree murder if they unintentionally cause someone else's death while committing a dangerous act. This is different from first-degree and second-degree murder charges where intent is generally required. Only 3 states have third-degree murder laws: Minnesota, Florida, and Pennsylvania. So this is it. Someone can be accused of third-degree murder if they unintentionally cause someone else's death while committing a dangerous act. Negligent? Reckless? Who benefits the most? Only Democrat governors? How do you reasonably explain what occurred? Q.
Now, they won't be able to.
And then the next post, Shady, goes into Pennsylvania. Remember, third-degree murder can be done in Pennsylvania. Quote, the health official responsible for overseeing nursing homes in Pennsylvania, where nearly 70% of the state's coronavirus-related deaths have occurred, has reportedly moved her elderly mother out of a facility as deaths skyrocketed. Reconcile. Q. So, this guy right here, Dr. Rachel Levine.
It's a dude.
No, it said Rachel, Shady. It's got to be a girl.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, hey, come on. Don't be such a conspiracy theorist.
I'm sorry. I thought I was in the right department.
My mother requested, and my sister and I, as her children, complied to move her to another location during the COVID outbreak, said Levine. My mother's 95 years old. She's very intelligent and more competent to make her own decisions. So Levine moved her own person, she's a health official, out of COVID.
Out of the way of
nursing homes. Yeah.
Yeah, out of the way of them bringing sick people to the nursing home.
That's right.
Intentionally.
That's right.
I mean, this is like, they're acting as if there's no one that can oversee them. Especially Cuomo. He's acting like, oh, there's no one that can oversee me.
Right. And then the New York governor, and it's just getting out of control.
The mayor, de
Blasio.
I mean, this guy is like, there's not a human being that likes this guy, but they're acting like he still has support in the city.
Right. Dude don't even look like a lady, said Randy Holden. That's funny. Now you're going to get me singing again. So this is murder. Dude looks like Jan Brady. Wait, that's different. So this is 4494, Shady. This is a real Donald Trump status, and says, is this about the virus or election? Manipulated polls meant to legitimize rigged election results? The election was not rigged. All the polls demonstrated Biden's clear lead across the country. Example, what happens if China successfully duplicates clones, select ballots in battleground states? What happens if coordinations exist with the states to deliver printing and paper ballot recipes? Secrets to select foreign adversaries. Nothing to lose? Logical thinking. Q. And here's the Donald Trump tweet that we just kind of talked about. Rigged 2020 election. Millions of mail-in ballots will be printed by foreign countries, Shady.
Is that treason?
That seems to be like major treason, dude.
I mean, well, if you ask Vladimir Putin for an email from Hillary Clinton, that's treason.
Oh boy.
So, we could go through and get foreign countries to print up ballots for us.
The ball's in your hand, Shady. All right, so let me clear some of these windows here real quick. Here we go over to today. We've got some Orwell, Shady. This is George Washington statue, Shady. Founder of your country.
Yep. Sure is.
Or, excuse me, first president, one of the founding fathers, yes. And basically, this is my thread for all of Q Post for Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. Let's go. And again, please consider supporting. Here we go, Shady, if you want to read this one.
Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right. George Orwell, 1984. Sound familiar? Q.
Yeah.
How many people out there that are in the chat had Orwell as required reading in school?
I did.
I did.
And I had to take a constitutional test.
Yeah. And well, I had to pass civics too.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And there's a nice little meme. There they are, taking statues down, guys. They took down the one. They took down. What are they looking at? Teddy Roosevelt right now too. So they're trying to change history, and Shady and I have been saying this for a long time. A lot of his story that you think you know has been changed.
Yeah, the history was changed before we knew the history was changed.
That's right. We believed the changed history. Napoleon said it best. He said history is a fable, and that's a loosely translated. So history is a fable, and it's told by the winner.
Yep.
The winner, huh? The state. You know, and again, go back to our then and now comparison with despotism, guys. This is what happens. We're in complete despotism, Shady.
Yeah, I have another little Orwell quote that I found this morning that I thought played a little bit into what we're talking about with despotism and the power of the state that I'd like to read.
Let's do it, brother.
All right, this is from 1984 also. The objective of power is power. Now I will tell you the answer to my question. It is this: the party seeks power entirely for its own sake. We are not interested in the good of others. We are interested solely in power, pure power. What pure power means, you will understand presently. We are different from the oligarchies of the past in that we know what we are doing. All the others, even those who resembled ourselves, were cowards and hypocrites. The Nazis and the communists came very close to us in their methods, but they never had the courage to recognize their own motives. They pretended perhaps they even believed that they had seized power unwillingly and for a limited time, and that just around the corner there lay a paradise where human beings would be free and equal. We are not like that. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. Power is not a means, it is an end. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes the revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. Now you begin to understand me. Very full and clear words there about what it means to be in power as a person or a state, and what it means to be in power as the people or a republic. It is very different. This that you're seeing is despotism on an unimaginable scale in America.
That's right. The ministry of truth, Shady.
The ministry of truth.
Oh, wow. You know, just amazing what's happening. What's up is right. What's right is left. What's up is down. I mean, it's just Twilight Zone Orwellian craziness, Shady.
Yeah, I saw someone in the chat talking about the mask mandate. And yes, multiple states are now trying to mandate wearing masks. They're trying to force you to wear masks to go into stores. They're trying to force you to wear masks sitting in traffic. Okay, this is the attempt to silence you. I would like to remember, what was it, it was less than a year and a half ago where we passed a federal law that says you weren't allowed to walk around in public with a mask on.
Right. There's a law.
And now they're trying to pass laws that say you can't walk around without a mask on, guys. I mean, can you understand what they're trying to do to us? Look at this division. But if you want to stand in your power, if you're in public and you encounter someone who tries to attack you, who tries to stop you, who touches you, who invades your space, or who screams and yells at you about wearing a mask, it's okay for them to speak to you about it. But if they touch you or move you or force you with a vehicle or any of those things, you need to find out exactly who that person is. I don't care if they work at the store or not, and you have to pursue them. You have to sue them personally, because this is the only way we're going to get through this if we start standing up to these Karens out there.
That's right. Did you see that gentleman in the Florida Walmart? And the guy was touching him, throwing him on the ground.
Grabbing him and throwing him on the ground. Yeah. And it's like, dude, if the store is open, you can't control me.
That's right. You can't.
I'm sorry.
You don't. If you're wearing a mask, why do I have to wear one, Shady?
If you're wearing a mask and masks work, why do I have to wear one? Apply logic to vaccinations.
That's right. That's
Same
right.
thing.
Karens. I want to give a special shout out to a couple of people here. This was really neat right here, Shady. Look at this. Happy Father's Day, Matrix. They made a gift for me. We are the children at New England 0329. Thank you for that. That was amazing.
I love it.
Cool. I got a gift, Shady. And I also got this beautiful thing from Sophia, 1776 Sophia. Check this out, guys. How cool is this, man? Made me cry. I'm muted in the Mutrix. I'm looking for Shady. Where are you, Shady? Boom, boom, boom. Right, guys? How cool is this? Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will, Shady. Wasn't that amazing?
Awesome.
Oh my God. So she actually looked stuff up herself, Shady, and learned. And that's exactly what we want to do. That's exactly the whole gist of our show, Shady. And that's why we do live digs together. You know, that's why we look stuff up. The choice to know is for you. So Sophia here looked it up herself, and she found the truth. How amazing. How amazing is that? Sorry.
So many.
I love you, Sophia. Thank you.
So many people have come to this conversation in even just the last 6 months. It's incredible how many people are out there trying to catch up. If you're new to QAnon, and I was saying this the other day, if you're new to Q, or completely new, or you haven't read that many posts, I really, truly recommend you go back, if not read every post, which you really need to do. You need to go back and read the first 150 or 200 posts at the same time, almost like you're sitting down and reading a little book or mini book, so that you can really grasp. You don't necessarily even have to understand every word or every abbreviation. Just read it, because it gives you a great handle on what it is we're all dissecting now, which is the destruction of our history, guys. Let's be honest. They destroyed our history. They don't tell people in school that the Federal Reserve was created by these bloodline families to steal all the wealth from America and leave us all here to where we had to spend every waking moment trying to figure out how we're going to feed our family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's where
right.
we're at.
That's where we're at.
Take your time.
You know, and I see you guys out there. Thank you guys, Joker's Army. Love you, brother. I'm assuming you're a brother. I see Sandy White. I'm going to have to go help her fix her mic. Sandy, we're going to have to do that. I love you. Tammy, yep, I was crying. It's amazing. Alicia, I love you. Real Mentoring, love you. You've been special as well. All of you guys, every single one of you are amazing. I love each and every one of you. Each and every one.
Share Bear says, this movement has changed my life for the better. Been shedding the victim mentality that we have been indoctrinated with. And that is exactly right. You have the victim mentality and also the doom and gloom mentality over there to kind of meet in the middle and create a mishmash of, I have no idea what is going on. Yep. Pull out of that, discern for yourself, and understand that you are the only one that will wake yourself up.
That's right. And, you know, again, fear or love, which do you choose? Let me see. Do you choose fear or love? Type it out. Thank you, Flash Q. Good job. And you guys are amazing. Love you, Laura. Kiwi says love. Garden Gnome. Oh, there's Garden Gnome, my favorite gnome ever. Look at love. See the loves out there, guys? Love. You guys choose love, right? That's the only way we're going to win. Reject fear, folks.
And also,
we got this, Shady. We got this.
Let's mention that fear is it's a multi-sided blade. Fear is not, the blade isn't just on one side, it's on multiple sides. So understand that when you're seeing all these videos that are being put up out there, if you're noticing, and if you're a conservative on Twitter, you're probably noticing tons and tons of videos being put up of black people attacking white people. You're seeing it everywhere. Tons of people are posting this stuff all of a sudden. Realize that if you're getting triggered by those images, you are operating in fear. We cannot hold anything against anyone that didn't do something to us. We have to understand that. You can't say that the next guy that you're walking beside down the street is somebody that's going to hurt you. If we start doing that, then we really start a divide that is a cancer. It becomes cancerous really, really quickly. It metastasizes very fast. So don't buy into it. It's okay to understand it, but if you carry forth the images and the emotion connected with it, and you let it interact with your next interaction with someone else, you are working for the narrative.
That's right. And, you know, I know a lot of this stuff that we're seeing is hurting us because we're seeing the truth. Truth is knowing God, essentially, guys, okay? And that is basically something that Bill Cooper says. I know it upsets you. I know it hurts you. But when you're interacting with truth, that's the only way to really be godly, guys. Truth wins. God wins. I went, Shady, I was up late last night, you know, just watching a lot of Bill Cooper. And that guy is so on target, dude. Like, if you guys just go watch some Bill Cooper, guys. He's so amazing. And I think we got a new Bill Cooper-esque kind of person here in YouTube, and his name is Shady Groove. And if you haven't seen the Q Lounge Live, go watch him.
Yeah, it's a good place to find some of Bill Cooper's stuff is Hour of the Time. He has a lot. That was his show. His show was called Hour of the Time, and they still have the archives and the old shows there. You can go watch. I tell you one thing I love. I used to love listening to that guy on the radio, and people would call in, and he would give them the smackdown. He reminds me of Donald Trump a lot.
Remember we did the Rose show, Shady? The Rose?
Yeah. Remember the way he was talking, the way even in that one, the way he would talk to people, like it was very endearing, even though he was being mean. We've kind of gotten away from that. Like good comedy is kind of mean.
Yeah.
And it's offhanded and it's offensive. You know, that's what pushes us. That's what was pushing the boundaries, even in the 70s and the 80s, guys. Like the comedy was pushing the boundaries. The comedy of Eddie Murphy and all of these great comedians was breaking new ground. Even the stuff that was on TV, like the Archie Bunker stuff and the Jeffersons, the things that they were saying weren't racist things. They were mocking racism.
That's right.
They're mocking racism. But now the country is all, you're all worked up into a fervor, and you're pointing at it as it's something to be worked up about, whenever it was a healing process that the country was going through, coming out of the civil unrest of the 60s and 70s, and black people being segregated and all of this BS that was going on in our society. We were trying to heal from it, and we're trying to laugh at each other for it. And now it's being weaponized against us.
That's right. And, I see a lot of things here. Like somebody said, oh my gosh, George Carlin. George Carlin, we were laughing at that. But now when I go back and listen, I'm like, oh my God, how do you laugh at the truth? The guy was spitting so much truth.
Yeah. He was like,
we thought it was funny. Yeah, Richard Pryor too. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, Richard Pryor was amazing. I mean, he was like, he was so cutting edge at that time. Like, everyone was sitting there with their mouths hanging open that he would be willing to say the things he was saying. He was speaking his truth.
That's right. Here, let me play what I was talking about earlier. Let me just play this real quick, guys. This is good.
Many of you are beginning to awaken to a reality which you never suspected. You're coming out of the fantasy. You are becoming illumined.
You are illuminated, folks, not them.
You are discovering that illumination can be upsetting. It can also be wonderful. That the real world is much different than the one you knew, and that the burden of the voice that speaks to you from within, as a result of that, is like the thunder and lightning of God. I know the feeling well. And if you're paying attention to it, is your first vision of God, because visions of God only come with the truth. When you see the truth, you are dealing with God. Absolutely necessary to all of our future progress, if we're going to make any. Without this divine law, there could be no harmony of the soul. And as seekers after oneness with God, we must discover and apply to our own life the laws of His being. You see, it's easier to yield up something once and for all than maintain a daily conflict with ourselves, enforcing upon ourselves obedience in thought, word, and deed to the divine law. The conflict is within you. It always has been.
We know that, game changer. Are the new elites. You guys are the illuminated ones. You are.
It is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, a steep ascent, always rugged, mostly lonely, often very dangerous, and at times so very, very difficult as to seem beyond our ability, yet it is the only way. this nation hinges upon the success of those who are climbing.
There you go. I just thought that was really cool. I saw that today as well.
That's really awesome. And real quick, man, I want to read a little something from a little clip here from Behold a Pale Horse to you guys.
Let's do it.
This is very interesting, and I'd like for you to just hear a little bit of this. I believe, therefore, that a grand game of chess is being played on a level that we can barely imagine, and we are the pawns. Pawns are valuable only under certain circumstances and are frequently sacrificed to gain an advantage. Anyone who has studied military strategy is familiar with the concept of sacrifice. Those who have seriously studied history have probably discovered the real reason we go to war on a regularly scheduled basis. Before reading this book, I advise you to play at least 2 complete games of chess. You must learn the rules they play by. You must realize objectively that some pieces are more valuable than others, and that the king is the most valuable of all. You cannot learn reality if you get caught up in the fantasy that it's not fair. You must come to know that the ultimate outcome of the game is the only thing that counts. You were lied to when you were told that it does not matter whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. Winning in the world of the elite is everything. Indeed, it is the only thing. The power elite intend to win. Bill Cooper.
And that's why Donald J. Trump says, you are the elite. Winning, winning, guys.
Yes, that's exactly right, because we are going to prevent them from their ultimate goal, which is to win the game.
Right. Shall we play a game?
Shall we play a game?
Right. Wow.
This is magnanimous. What you're seeing with the Q movement and with the Q drops and with your president echoing this. You know, we also, I think, did we talk about it? We talked about it during the rally about Eric Trump tweeting the picture of the where we go when we go all and triggering them. But, you know, what you're seeing is you're seeing this come together, and it's beautiful. If you get your butt up to the 40,000 foot view and out of the murk that they're trying to insert you in, where there's people beating each other up and people tearing down statues and all of this different mayhem that's going on that makes us frustrated, and you realize, you come to this blunt realization that they're attempting to make you frustrated and you're not going to give them that power over you, boom, you win.
That's right.
You win. You ascend. You step into a different reality, guys. You have to change your own reality. You have to manifest change. What you see, if you imprint that on your mind, you become. We have to rise above it.
The forgotten men and women of the United States are forgotten no more. You're the great people. You're the great people. You work hard, you pay your taxes, you do all these things, and you were forgotten. They forgot about you. And you're the smartest people. You're the smartest people. You know, when they talk about the elite. The elite. Do you ever see the elite? They're not elite. You're the elite. You are the elite. You're smarter than they are. You make bigger incomes. You've got everything going, you know, so let them keep calling themselves. You ever hear it? Hey, you go to the best schools. You do a tremendous job. You own companies. You work for tremendous salaries. You do all the things that you do. You're talented with your hands, with your mind. And then you hear, the elite has just said. The elite. They're more elite than me. I have better everything than they have, including this.
That's your president, guys. Just wanted to share that with you after what Shady read to you. Pretty interesting, eh?
Yeah, we the people are the power. And if we the people are sick, struggling, frustrated, mad, hateful, mean, if we the people are any of those things, they win.
That's right. 100%.
It's very simple. If you let yourself get caught up in that, if you can't get yourself into the 40,000 foot view objective perspective about each and every individual subject, then you're caught up, you're in the weeds.
That's right.
We can talk and we can discuss, but when you get emotional and you let it affect you, the next person you interact with will catch the wrath of that, and then you've passed it on to someone else. And it makes you feel better because you passed it on instead of solving the problem yourself. It's like getting a Rubik's Cube that's put together, and then you twist it all up and turn all the colors around and hand it to someone else and ask them to fix it.
That's right.
That's not the way this world works, guys.
That's why we are standing up every day. You guys on this wall right here in the live chat. That's why we're here every day fighting. And by the way, Shady, remember Nabu leaks? We were sent here by Q. There are new tapes up here, guys.
New Biden recordings that the media is ignoring. Beep, 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 alert, warning.
Quid Pro Joe recordings, guys.
Quid Pro Joe doing quid pro things, and the media is quid pro not interested.
That's right. That's right. So let's just listen to this one right here.
Introducing President Poroshenko.
Hey, Petro, how are you? It's Joe. Congratulations.
Very well indeed, Joe. I'm really happy to hear you again. General Prosecutor Office. As we agreed, I want to thank you, by the way, during my stay in Washington, Tori sent me a signal about the support of Mr. Lutsenko. I just want to have a confirmation signal from you. And I ask tomorrow, I have a meeting with with Arseny and Groisman tomorrow, ask him to support Lutsenko and to accelerate the process for the consultation with the fraction, and next week to have a voting on the General Prosecutor Office Chief. And I hope that the signal of support would be vitally important for me, and he is already present to me that first of all he has a clear picture of the reform in General Prosecutor Office, and he is interested very much to work with the United States on the reform, to have a permanent representative of United States in the General Prosecutor Office. As an advisor, we have several possible candidate for that, and I would be more than happy to launch this process immediately.
Okay, no, Petro, I've never misled you.
Quid Pro Joe, guys.
Quid Pro Joe doing what he does best.
Quid Pro Joeing.
He's Quid Pro Joe.
So there you go. There's a bunch of them in there. Take time to listen to them. Check them out. Nabu Leaks on YouTube. So more. And Q has pointed us. The mainstream media has never showed it to us. Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters. Get your team on it. What do you think?
I was thinking that more than likely this was some fake video there.
Yeah, it's probably what do they call that? Deep state? No, not deep state.
Deep fakes.
Deep fake. Now,
that must be a deep fake. That's why the media is ignoring it. You know what I mean?
Have you seen this, Shady? In Google,
Let's
right?
Try it.
Okay.
Let's try it and see if it's real.
So let's do, what number you guys want to use? 45, look, 3 numbers, right? So let's use 5, 6, 5, whoops.
Or 555.
555, new cases. Oh, look. Virginia sees 555 new cases, 16 more fatalities, VA. There you go. 555, 555.
Oh, tons of stories from multiple states.
So
Ohio, Alabama, Virginia.
Look at, how about, let's do another number, Shady. What about 434?
All right.
Orange County, 434 new cases.
Wow, man, we are like psychics up in here.
SC Logs, 434. Wow.
I'm going to predict 137.
Okay, 137 for Shady. Oh!
Boom!
San Bernardino. And Charleston, South Carolina.
We could go on and on.
And Orange County, too. I mean, you see, do you think the powers that be over there in the tech industry are, what do you call it, complicit?
Well, you think they're trying to justify the new update for iOS putting a COVID tracker on everybody's phone?
Breaking 999.
We can't break 1,000.
Nope. Now, if you do 1111, we're going to get foreign countries. Let's see. Whoop. Springfield, Illinois.
You guys see this?
Indonesia. Huh.
There's no number you can pick that doesn't match Google searches.
Right. So does this make sense, guys, to you? I mean, in any way?
It seems like deep state.
One day ago, 429. Shady.
Deep state douchebaggery.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Let's do another number. Who's got a number out there? 1717. Let's do that.
Come on. Where's my COVID?
Whoops, 1717. My COVID new cases. Whoa.
There's
Ireland.
one. In Ireland.
Oh, 83 die. 1717. University of Michigan. Huh.
You guys think this is funny?
This is great.
Look at what we're seeing here.
Are we? Joke's on us, huh?
Yeah, we're a real big bunch of idiots, aren't we?
I guess so.
The truth is learned, it's never told.
It's never told, right? 858. How about
How
that?
many cases is it?
858.
Wow,
Middle
there you
East.
go.
Florida. Oh, that's not it. No. Well, 858 may not have worked, Shady.
Oh, we got one that didn't work?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's try 857. Maybe that one. Maybe it's just off by one. There we go. Beaufort County. All right, so I don't know. Try 3 million, somebody's saying.
3 million?
3 million. 3,
That's
1,
more than
2,
the
3,
letter.
4, 5, 6. Is that, there we go. 3 million new cases.
This was supposed to be 83 set a number.
Global, 3 million. 3 million recovery. Cases. No. 3 million new cases each year.
No.
Anyways, pretty interesting, to say the least. 420. How about 420 new cases? Oh,
I thought 420 was something else.
Cleveland.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 420 somewhere all the time.
Yeah. It's 420 somewhere. So 420 in South Carolina. So it's just, you just can't get into this. How about try 000?
Yeah, Jackie wants to see 000. 0.0.
Nope, they don't want 0. How about?
No, there's definitely no 0 cases of COVID anywhere.
001. Oh my gosh. No, 129. How about 128? Since they do 129, let's do 128. So apparently if you hear that there's new cases and you Google it, you'll find it somewhere. There's Idaho. There's Illinois. Interesting, eh? So I just thought that was it's pretty much mind-blowing.
Yeah, that doesn't show that there's random Google
Effery?
Yeah, douchebaggery.
All right, so this is Donald Trump. He's been kind of on our show. He's been kind of going crazy. He's talking about new senators, guys. So make sure that's Oklahoma. That's who he wants Inhofe again. Frank DeLucas in Oklahoma. Congressman Tom Cole, Oklahoma. All right, Win Red, Mullen, Mark Wayne Mullen. There you go. Kevin Hearn. So make sure you do this. And let's listen to this real quick, guys. Here it is.
The left-wing anarchists tore down a statue of Thomas Jefferson. Now we're getting into the real stuff. They decapitated a statue of Christopher Columbus, except in New York when the Italians surrounded it. They didn't have too much of a chance. Those Italians, I love the Italians. They heard they were going to rip down their beautiful Christopher Columbus, and all of a sudden they circled that thing. They didn't do too well in hurting Christopher, did they? Thank you to our Italian population. We're very proud of you, right? Portland, Oregon, ripped down a statue of George Washington and wrapped it in an American flag and set the American flag on fire. Democrat, all Democrat. Everything I tell you is Democrat. And you know, we ought to do something, Mr. Senators. We have two great senators. We ought to come up with legislation that if you burn the American flag, you go to jail for 1 year. Every policy that has hurt black Americans for half a century, Joe Biden has supported or enacted. I've done more for the black community in 4 years than Joe Biden has done in 47 years. Racial justice begins with Joe Biden's retirement from public life.
So there you go. I mean, just wanted to play a couple of those, Shady.
Yeah, did you hear the liberal heads exploding when he said that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could hear them popping like watermelon.
Oh, my gosh, man. I tell you. So that's kind of what's going on today, Shady. Pretty crazy.
Well, now we know that up is down and left is right.
And this is what happened, Shady.
Now, I'd like you to think of something specific, something that will not breach the security of your organization, and that you will not object to having disclosed to this group. Something personal, perhaps.
All right. Yes, I have something. Do I have to close my eyes?
It doesn't matter.
All right, yes, I have something.
This is what's really going to happen in real life soon. The press conferences, Shady. We're going to make America great again. So there you go. That's what's going to happen to these guys. I think I lost Shady, but that's what's going to happen. We're going to make America great again. These guys have no clue, guys. And I think I accidentally, I think we lost Shady on the stream. But we're going to get out of here, guys, because it is time. Much love to you all. Make America great again. Make Orwell fiction again. We're going to get out of here, guys. Silent running. Much love. See you Wednesday, 1 p.m. East.
want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Underestimate the people. Never.